Hey, it's Rachel Cooke, your modern mentor. I'm the founder of Lead Above Noise, a firm helping leaders end the tug of war between driving results and driving employee engagement. We do leader boot camps, keynotes, and pulse checks to help build custom blueprints. Reach out to me and let me know how I can help. So I'm wondering, have you ever had a moment where you're like, I'm in this marketing job or this retail job or this investment management job, but now I'm wondering if I should have been a guidance counselor or a science journalist or an electrician? I ask because I hear versions of this musing all the time. And it's hard because it's normal to wonder, to imagine what another career path would feel like. And yet it's so hard to make a jump into so many of them. Like, you have to do a lot of training before you'd be allowed into a school or a research department or the electrical guts of a building. And what if you did all the training and shifted careers and just found yourself wondering again? I'm a big believer in continuous learning, in exploring and gaining skills and credentials. But I'm also a big believer in testing the waters as much as you can before you commit the time, the money, and the energy that it'll take to pursue a whole new career path. Or even if you're not looking for a wholesale change, but you want to dial up your desirability at work or on the job market, there are ways to do this without going back to old school. So let's talk today about building up your micro-credentials. These bite-sized certifications allow you to learn specific skills quickly, and when you start to stack them strategically, they can make a real difference in your career trajectory. So let's talk about what they are and how you can stack them not just to keep up, but to stand out. First, find what the world says is sexy. If you already know what you want to learn, then just go for it. But if you're open, like you want to ready yourself for a promotion or a pivot or a project leadership role, and you're not sure where to start, then start by scanning the landscape to figure out what you should be learning or gaining. It's funny, but 15 years ago, I remember that if you wanted to hire somebody expert in big data or machine learning, you had to go through their agent, like it was Hollywood. And today, we're starting to see the same thing happen with AI prompters or engineers. They are so hot right now. Once a skill set goes Hollywood, it is a sure sign it's a skill worth having. But do what you can to figure out what skills are in demand in your industry. This is an important way to avoid taking a course or a certification in something you find out later isn't really worth anything to you. Like maybe you work in marketing. Skills like SEO, social media strategy, or Google Analytics are in high demand right now. Or maybe you're in IT or project management where fields like data analytics, cybersecurity, and cloud computing are hot. And maybe by the time you're listening to this, those skills are cold and something new is hot. Point is, do your homework. Talk to recruiters or hiring leaders in your company. Check out job postings and read industry reports to get a sense of what skills are being talked about and sought after. Once you know what'll give you the biggest bang for your buck, look for micro-credential programs that align to those. Not a full degree or a course load, but a starter program. Something to get you not over the finish line, but just to that next lily pad. Next, build a stack into a niche. These days, when I wear multiple bracelets together, my cool kiddos tell me on a good day that they like my stack. Like, it's not about the individual bracelets, but how the collection of them shows up. Kind of the same thing here. Having a cool stack of micro-credentials can help you niche yourself and stand out from the crowd. It's not about choosing credentials like bracelets, but thinking about how they stack together, how the collection of them makes you stand out as a specialist. So back to that marketing example. You can go deep in SEO, or you can take a course or two on it and pair it with a quick certification in content marketing or Google Analytics. The more complementary the skills you build, the more versatile and valuable you become. Plus, when you combine multiple micro-credentials, it demonstrates a real commitment to your own growth and development, a thing that hiring leaders love to see. Next, humble yell your credentials from the rooftop. Okay, now you've got your micro-credentials. Next, you've got to let the world know. Whether on your resume or on your LinkedIn profile, don't be shy. I know telling the world, hey, look at me and my new certificate can feel weird. So try some alternative approaches where you're rolling your brag into a bit of wisdom or insight. Like, the best thing I learned in this data analytics course I just completed, and then share that thing. Or something like, in completing this coaching certification, I noticed something interesting about myself I'd love to share. And then share it. And invite followers to add to the conversation with their own reflections. Whatever you do, don't hide these achievements in the certification section on your LinkedIn profile or resume. Platforms like LinkedIn even allow you to add badges or specific certifications directly to your profile. This makes your qualifications more visible to recruiters, and in a crowded job market, standing out is kind of everything. And finally, use micro-credential programs to grow your network. I may have saved the best part for last, because building the stack isn't something you do in a vacuum. You have the opportunity to be part of new cohorts of people, those with shared, similar interests to yours. A lot of the platforms that offer these programs, like LinkedIn Learning, where you can find some audio courses created by yours truly, or Coursera or edX, they also provide access to learning communities. You'll find forums, virtual events, or even peer networks where you can engage with other people on a similar learning journey. So lean into that. These communities offer amazing opportunities to connect with people who might be working in your dream company or role. You can share insights, learn from each other, and even find mentors. And of course, networking can lead to job opportunities. By engaging with these communities, you're not just earning credentials, you're also expanding your professional network in meaningful ways. By strategically choosing, stacking, and showcasing your micro-credentials, you're telling the world that you're committed to lifelong learning. You're positioning yourself as an agile, adaptable candidate in an ever-changing job market. And let's be honest, when recruiters and hiring managers see that you've invested in these skills on your own time, it sends a message that you're serious about your career growth. I hope this episode has sparked some ideas for you. I'd love to hear what micro-credentials you're planning to pursue. Drop me a note at rachel@leadabovenoise.com and let me know. Join me next week for another great episode. Until then, visit my website, leadabovenoise.com, if your workplace could use an activation boost, a bootcamp, a keynote, a pulse check, you choose. You can follow Modern Mentor on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And of course, find and follow me on LinkedIn. Thanks so much for listening and have a successful week. Modern Mentor is a quick and dirty tips podcast. It's audio engineered by Dan Feierabend. Our director of podcasts is Brandon Getches. Our podcast and advertising operations specialist is Morgan Christensen. Our digital operations specialist is Holly Hutchings. Our marketing and publicity associate is Davina Tomlin.